This is Henry Frederick of Headline Surfer, and I'm in my closing segment with Gene Sheldon, the newest appointee to the Southeast Volusia Advertising Authority, and perhaps maybe he's wondering if it's worth it after all with the recent grief, but obviously you're still enthused and still eager. I was starting to explain about Mr. Palmer Wilson was removed by the board at the urging of Joshua Wagner. Palmer Wilson came back, made a presentation to the council, county council. He was voted unanimously to return to the board. Deb Denny's made a public rebuke of Mr. Wagner, saying it was a rush to judgment. You didn't do your homework. Shame on you. Palmer Wilson is one of our pillars. He's the reason why the ad authority is the way it is now. Then Palmer Wilson goes back. He reclaims his chairmanship by his colleagues. It's all on board, all above board. But Miss Denny's suddenly has a problem, and he's off the board again. As she states, we need to finish this. And I'm not going to drag you into this. You can read the stories like everybody else, and I know your time is precious here. With that kind of a backdrop, you're now the newest member. Your ad director comes in. He's been here since August. You guys are still trying to get a marketing plan put together, I guess, for the new year or shortly thereafter. Did that even come up in the workshop? Do you know anything about that?
It did not come in the the workshop is on another item.
Okay, so that's still something that has to be dealt with. And I know they're struggling with such a thing in Daytona as well. With their ad authority director, Jeffrey Hentz, resigning for other reasons.
None of my concern.
None of your concern. Your concern is Southeast Volusia.
My concern is Southeast Volusia Advertising Authority becoming friendly.
Now, when we wrote the story, we broke the story about Carl using the credit card for his own use for lunches for himself. Miss Sherry Hendershot, his office assistant, office manager, and one lunch for the new board chairman Tom Clapsaddle.
That's water over the deck.
Well, no, but it's coming to a conclusion now about the rat thing, which is what we want to bring to a head. So let's try to get this consolidated here. So I write to the county saying, the government needs to clean its act up. There's too many unanswered questions. The county's not giving me what I need in terms of public records. It has nothing to do with the ad authority. It was a throw-in on my part, and here comes, oh, look at him. What a beautiful little animal, beautiful dog. The county, I had concerns about transparency at the county because of multitude of scandals that have rocked this county this year. From the school board attorney being involved in a thing with the Florida bar and being suspended, to the whole Waverly Park bench thing with John Tanner coming back, the attorney, all kinds of other issues. A woman in Pearson, a town clerk, just resigned, said she stole $80,000.
You're talking.
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of good stuff for you this year.
To a deaf ear.
Right. So here you are. Carl Watson finally sends an email to Deb Denny's explaining what happens, and then you and your colleagues jump in thinking you're just sending a reply, and it's reply all, and it's a free-for-all before
that was me.
Right, and then it's a free-for-all. You acknowledge now that was a mistake.
Sunshine law says you can't do that.
It's not only can't you do it, it's against the law.
It's against the law, and I hope I'm forgiven.
It's a misdemeanor.
It was a mistake.
Well, no, but I mean it's a willful violation of the law is a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I did not willfully push the button that says reply all. I meant to reply strictly to the director. And that case between me and you was closed. And
I think that Gene Sheldon, New Smyrna Beach native son, doesn't let no one's going to kick him around.
I don't think so.
You want to know, what did you ask the question?
Who is the rat?
Who is the rat? In other words, who was feeding the big bad media, meaning us,
Oh, I don't know
the dirt?
They fed it to, but right. I just know it went like what?
Well, we were the ones that reported it. And it mushroomed.
I don't know why, but that's...
Well, I'm trying to explain this is that the fact that there was all this backdrop of a previous director whose issues are not resolved in terms of whether there's criminality involved, Mr. Wilson on the board, off the board, disputes with Deb Denny's and whether there's politics involved on her end. You're appointed by Joyce Cusack.
And she's a fine lady.
And by the way, you weren't the original appointment that was supposed to go up.
I have no idea.
It's supposed to be a gentleman from Oak Hill.
I'm not a politician. She called me and asked questions. I answered. She says, thank you, I'm going to know.
And Miss Cusack, of course, is a native of New Smyrna Beach,
yes,
on the west side.
She's a fantastic lady.
So here you are, you're serving. You want to know who's the rat. And now,
you know, really,
you're okay with it now.
Really, I don't really give a hoot who the rat is. I want it to stop.
You want?
I want us, and you see my fingers doing this. That means we're united. The board of directors, the staff, have to be united. When we become united, I'm not going to have to look at Fredericks anymore.
That's true.
That's right.
I can move on to, I can beat up on some other people.
Oh, I don't care who you beat up on. Don't beat up on Gene Sheldon, because he's not going to put up with it. But I appreciate you.
Gene, let me wrap it up with this.
All right.
You wanted to know who the rat was. It's obvious Mr. Watson apologized. He made a mistake. I think what I'm looking for from you in full transparency is that you acknowledge that maybe the banter went a little too far with the emails, but it's not that you're rallying around him to protect him from doing what's right.
Definitely not. He's
okay,
a man.
But let's be clear about that.
Fantastic job.
And you want to make sure that he continues on that path?
I want to see him continue. From what I have, little dealings I've met with Carl, I think he is the man for the job.
So you have confidence in Carl Watson moving forward?
I have confidence in Carl Watson 100% because he was man enough to admit he was wrong, just like Gene Sheldon is looking you in the eyes. I'm man enough to tell you I push all instead just to Carl.
And that is very, I don't know how you can explain it any better than that, but you did come up with the quote of the year. And you must
Who is the rat?
Who's the rat?
Gene Sheldon is one that made that statement, and I hope I never have to repeat it, because I hope the rat, quote, is going to realize I'm going to be in the rat trap. And when the person is bored, stagnant.
No board. No board, no politician.
I don't know. No board.
I know.
No staff, no board family, no staff family. We need to forget all that.
What would you say if someone had the gall to say maybe Gene Sheldon's the rat? That wouldn't sit too well with you, would it? That'd be fighting words.
No, I'll never fight, but I'd like to look them eye to eye and tell them to look me in the eye and say Gene Sheldon is a rat.
Well,
I guarantee you Gene Sheldon is not a rat.
Gene Sheldon, Gene
Sheldon is a New Smyrna Beach
original.
I'm going to say, what's the word of redneck? The definition of a redneck, nobody really knows. But I'm a local, and I love my town. I love the people that are in my town, regardless of their colors. Everybody is here for a purpose. And my purpose, I believe the good Lord left me instead of taking my other part of the family to do good for it. And what I'm trying to do is to live up to His wishes. I'm trying to do good for this community. And if they want to call me a rat, more power to them.
Well, I don't think anyone's calling you the rat. I think you're the rat. I think you're the one that wants to know who the rat is. You made that very clear.
You know, big raindrop in a big, big, big ocean. He'll go away.
I don't think we could have ended it any clearer than Gene. I can't say thank you enough for being hospitable.
And like I said earlier, let's don't cut each other down, because if you do, you'll never be able to speak to me again, because I wouldn't talk to you.
Well, I've
got enough confidence in you,
right,
to be fair.
You know, Peter Mallory was your friend.
I know Pete.
He would not have invested in a journalist if he didn't believe in that journalist.
Well, just keep up the good work if it pertains to Pete Mallory. That's enough. Let's close the interview.
For Gene Sheldon, the proud new entrant into the world of public service at the Southeast Volusia Advertising Authority, this is Henry Frederick of Headline Surfer, headlinesurfer.com.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and the interview is over with.
God bless.